The story begins with James playing in the yard with his daughter, Hannah, while his wife, Lily, works on her laptop nearby. When James asks about Basil, Lily, too focused on work, barely replies. At the same time, another couple, Becky and Nick, are on a road trip. Becky suddenly gets a strange text, "Goodbye world." She's puzzled, but before she can figure it out, Nick grabs the phone, reminding her not to text while driving. Then his phone buzzes too, with the same exact message. They both shrug it off as a prank or glitch and turn off their phones to enjoy their break. Elsewhere, a college professor named Benji is giving a lecture about resisting the system. After class, he connects with one of his students, Ariel. Meanwhile, another woman named Laura struggles through a job interview. She's told she's too experienced, and the interviewer rejects her. Laura storms out of her failed job interview. Then suddenly, everything starts falling apart. People everywhere are getting the same creepy message, "Goodbye world." News reports say it's a cyber attack. Phones crash, networks go down, and panic spreads. In another part of town, a man named Lev is alone and deeply depressed. He's about to end his life, but when he sees the breaking news, he stops. Then the power goes out. Back at James and Lily's place, Lily plays loud music while James asks her to turn it down. They argue about Nick. Lily thinks James should apologize for kicking him out of their old tech company. James disagrees, saying Nick tried to sell user data. Meanwhile, Becky and Nick stop for gas, but the station is empty. Nick sees a box of money lying around. No one even cares. Society is clearly breaking down. Laura tries to catch a flight, but it gets rerouted due to airport chaos. She ends up in Vegas. Eventually, Becky and Nick arrive at James and Lily's quiet countryside home. They're greeted warmly, and Becky gives Hannah a big stuffed toy. At dinner, James tries to apologize for past mistakes, but the group just mocks him, and he leaves, upset. The next morning, Becky goes for a jog and finds a hidden cabin. Back home, Nick and Lily hang out in the greenhouse, smoking. Later, the group plays a game until Hannah reminds them it's time for her daily bubble game, which they all join in on, laughing. Soon, Benji shows up with Ariel, surprising everyone. He casually mentions that the world is collapsing and then takes a nap. Later, he shows the group news footage of chaos, riots, burning cities, total collapse. He says the system was weak and is now falling apart. Elsewhere, Laura finally returns. While walking, she finds Lev lying in the road. She helps him up and brings him back to the house. When Becky and Nick arrive, they say they plan to drive to Miami, but Laura warns the roads are closed. Nick agrees it's too dangerous, but Becky still wants to go. Later, James and Laura head out for supplies. On the way, they talk about Lev. James wonders if Lev could be behind the chaos, maybe even a terrorist. Laura thinks he's overreacting. At the store, they grab food and see a man being attacked outside. It's clear the world is falling apart. Back home, Benji and Becky talk about the past. She reminds him he missed her wedding because he was in prison. The group tries to watch the news, but the signal's gone. James shows Laura his emergency stash and admits he asked Lev if he was a terrorist. Laura says that was a bad idea. At dinner, James jokes about it and asks the group if any of them are terrorists. Everyone laughs, then shares what they'd miss most from the old world. The next day, soldiers arrive and say they're setting up a base nearby. The group refuses to let them stay. Becky stands her ground using legal arguments, and the soldiers eventually leave. Later, Ariel flirts with Benji, but he rejects her. She accuses him of talking about change, but doing nothing. James comforts her when she breaks down. That night, Laura tries to access Lev's laptop, but enters the wrong password. It snaps a photo of her. In the morning, Becky is shocked to learn Nick partly owns the house. He explains Lily couldn't pay the taxes, and he helped. He also reveals he and Lily were once engaged. Becky is furious, and a big argument breaks out. Tensions rise even more when Lily and Nick kiss. Becky walks in, and Lily lies about it. Becky later asks Lily about the ring Nick gave her. Lily admits she gave it back and says Becky's lucky, but also confesses James stopped loving her after Hannah was born. That night, the group tries to lift their spirits with a little talent show. Everyone joins in. Laura tells jokes. Becky reads a poem. Nick does magic, and Ariel sings. But Lily ruins the mood by insulting Ariel's singing. Ariel storms off, calling everyone boring. The group searches for her, but can't find her. Later, the women talk in the hot tub. The men return, and Nick confesses to Benji that he kissed Lily. Benji is disappointed, saying honesty isn't meant to hurt others. James and Lily argue again. She says she wants a divorce. James doesn't fight back. He says survival matters more right now. A woman from the soldier camp shows up and says Ariel is staying with them. She demands James's medicine stash. The group argues. Benji doesn't want to give in. Later, Benji gets caught in a trap in the woods. They find out the soldiers stole from them and go to confront them. One soldier attacks Ariel, but she fights back. Lev protects her and gets threatened. The soldiers demand food. That night, Lev confesses he sent the goodbye world message using an old spam tool. But someone hacked it and caused the blackout. Lily admits she accidentally helped spread the virus by hacking his account as a joke. Laura promises not to turn Lev in. The next morning, Becky finds Benji stuck and helps him. He tells her about Nick kissing Lily. Becky gets mad, confronts Nick, and storms off. James tells Nick to leave. They argue. James later goes to the village to ask for help, but gets attacked. Laura saves him and gives up some medicine, asking everyone to work together. On the way back, Laura and James talk. There's tension from their past, but they focus on the situation at hand. Lily leaves Nick, saying she's going back to her family. Nick is heartbroken. Lily returns to James, and they make up. Becky thanks Benji, and the two decide to leave together. In the end, the group joins the neighbors to rebuild. James and Nick make peace. And every day, they still play the bubble game with little Hannah.